Welcome back, everybody. This is Zach with New England Sports Talk, and today we are going to go over the 2019 draft profile for Darius Garland, the freshman guard out of Vanderbilt, 6'2", about 175 pounds, stud of a point guard. Now, before we jump in, I wanted to give a really quick thank you to everybody who has been supporting the channel so far. I checked the views a few days ago, and I saw that my Cam Reddish video from Duke is kind of, I wouldn't say blowing up, honestly, but it's got like 85 views or 87 views at this point now. You guys are doing a really good job as far as liking the videos and viewing them and that kind of thing, and commenting it now as well too. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out my videos and give me feedback as well. Now let's talk about Darius Garland. That's what this video is all about. That's what I want to talk about, right? So today we're going to talk about with his strengths first. What is he all about? And the first thing that you're going to see from Darius Garland is his elite ball handling. The dude has got the best handles probably coming into the NBA draft. I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up between him and Ja Morant, who has the best handles, but it's either 1A, 1B, or Ja Morant has a slightly better handles than him. But regardless, Darius Garland is right there. The dude has fantastic handles as well, and that's gonna carry over into the next league as well. And whatever team he's on, whether he starts from day one or they let him kind of grow into his role and to the position that he's going to be playing, it doesn't matter. His handles are going to be there, and he's going to put that on show as soon as he gets into the league, in my opinion. Now, he does a really good job at setting up his own shot, whether it's a three-pointer, whether it's a floater in the lane, whether it's a crafty layup, whatever it is. And the reason why he's able to set up that shot so well is because of his dribbles. Well, it goes back to his handles, it goes back to his dribbling ability, that kind of thing. Whether he's trying to get separation from somebody, cross somebody up, get to the lane on a bigger defender, take a step back on a bigger defender, whatever it is, honestly. He does a really good job with that, and it's because of his elite ball handling and being able to get around that person as well. Now, the kind of the icing on this whole cake here is he even has elite quickness as well. That's pretty common with players who have good ball handling and that are smaller, but he's got elite quickness on a whole nother level, in my opinion. He's fantastic, and that really adds a bonus to everything he does, especially on the offensive side of the ball. It does carry over to the defensive side as well, but for the most part, it really makes a huge impact on his offensive ability because of his handles, because of his shot, and it just grows so much better because of his elite quickness. Now, we're going to talk about some of his growth areas. Again, these are not weaknesses. These are just areas where he would need to grow on. The first one, I don't really know if it's a growth area, but this is one of the things that I think some scouts or some teams might be kind of wary about drafting him. And that's because of his meniscus injury that he had in his left knee. Now, if you remember, he only played 5 games last year with Vanderbilt, so he is relatively unproven is kind of the drift that I'm getting from this. But he had a fantastic record coming into the NCAA in his high school career. He had a fantastic career there. He's balling in the NBA draft combine as well. So I think there's going to be a team that takes a chance on him pretty early as well. I don't think it's going to be a situation like Michael Porter Jr. last year, for example, and he dropped down so far into the draft. He was a lottery pick, but he dropped so far down. Now, he didn't play at all last year, but I think these type of players with some injuries, sometimes we blow them out of proportion. Now, meniscus is a pretty big deal, but he's recovering well, he's playing basketball well. It all just depends on how well a team is scouting him and how comfortable they are with his lateral movement and his quickness. Does he still have that quickness there? Do they think it's going to be a reoccurring injury where he's going to become injury prone, so to speak? Now, I don't think that's going to be the case, but that could be one of the reasons why he might slip a little bit in the draft. Also, he played 5 games, and in those 5 games he had 15 turnovers. So essentially he had three turnovers a game. Now, he didn't have 3 assists a game either. He only had 2.6 assists per game. So he does have a negative assist to turnover ratio. However, I think that changes though in the next league again, because I think he's going to have more time to kind of develop his own game. He's not going to be rushed into the starting lineup more than likely. He's going to be able to have his time to grow and to become a good point guard in this league. Now, let's talk about some of the records or the resume that he has coming into the NCAA draft, or the NBA draft, excuse me. The ESPN had him in the 2018 recruiting class. They had him 16th in the top 100 players to recruit. So he stayed in state. He's from Tennessee, and he stayed in state with Vanderbilt, and that was a big accomplishment. You're 16th. That's not bad at all. Everybody knew he was going to be a stud. He was a participant of the McDonald's All-American game as well, and on top of that, he was also the Tennessee Player of the Year the last year in college, in high school. So fantastic player. He's got some hardware to back it up as well. I think everybody realizes that as well. He's going to be fine, I think, at the next level. Now, one thing that I did find kind of interesting that I was reading about was in the draft combine, he did really well from what I understand, but he actually left the combine early. That typically happens with players who get promises from other organizations that says that they're going to draft them if they're still on the board. So in response, the player will typically just shut themselves down and not work out for any other teams because they've got a promise from a team to be drafted from them. I know that Kobe White had the same promise as well too, or at least we're alleging that it's a promise, but they both left the combine early. It could maybe be because of the knee part, but I highly doubt that. I think it's more about him getting a promise, which I'm really happy about from a team. At this point, let's go ahead and bring up his 2018-2019 stats. So in 2018-19, the 5 games that he played, he had 16.2 points per game. And rebounds, he had 3.8, so almost 4. Not bad for someone who's 6'2", 6'3". The assists, he had 2.6. He's going to have to increase that, obviously, when he gets to the next level. That's an obvious thing. That's not anything mind-shattering or anything like that. And then his field goal percentage was 53.7, so he's efficient, and he's a really good scorer, and he shoots efficient shots. Now, my comparison for him, the floor that I have for him could be maybe a Jeff Teague, maybe a Darren Collison, maybe an Eric Bledsoe, and all those guards, maybe they're not the elite guards, which he has the potential for, and that's going to be the ceiling, but he could be a good guard for a long time. Like Eric Bledsoe is playing with the Bucks right now and is a starting point guard, and they're in the Eastern Conference Finals right now. So he can be that kind of a guard on a good team right now. When he maybe not right away actually, but in a few years I think he can be that. Maybe he can do it right away as well. The ceiling that we have for him is Kyrie Irving. The guy, maybe he isn't going to be Kyrie Irving. Maybe he will. Maybe he'll be better. I don't know. But he's got a very, very similar game, and I think that's why a lot of people are giving him that comparison with Kyrie Irving because of the similar play styles that they have. Crafty and elusive finisher, has a sweet floater in the lane, quick first step, a little, I wouldn't even say undersized because he's not undersized. His weight is a little bit low, but I think that's going to change obviously when he puts on more muscle in the next level. But that was pretty much it, guys. That's my 2019 draft profile review of Darius Garland out of Vanderbilt. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about Darius. Are you going to be excited when your team drafts him, if your team drafts him? And what do you think his potential is? Do you think his potential is a Kyrie Irving? That kind of thing. So as usual, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. Remember, we want to try to get 10 likes on this video, so do your best. Give me a like, and we'll see if we can meet that goal. Thanks, guys.